Digital transactions are commonplace these days. So much so, people don't even carry cash anymore. As such, coinage and change are slowly but surely becoming things of the past. But while your pocket may no longer be filled with the metallic likenesses of dead presidents, some specific coins still hold a significant and astonishing value. This is especially true when it comes to rare and vintage coins. Some can even be worth tens of thousands, if not millions, of dollars. So start digging through your sofas and shine a flashlight into the darkest corners of your car, because if you happen to find any of these coins featured in the video, it might be your lucky day. 1894 S. Barber Dime. These bad boys are so rare that there are supposedly only 9 left in existence. Because of this, they're potentially worth millions at auction. In 2016, a collector shelled out $2 million to get his mitts on one of these beauties. Hey, if you're enjoying this so far, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And don't go anywhere, we've still got 17 valuable coins to discuss. 1913 Liberty Head Nickel. If you have in your property a vintage nickel from the 19th or 20th century featuring a face, then you might be in for a pleasant surprise. Take them to a coin appraiser as soon as you can to have them identified. If you have a Liberty Head, Shield, or Buffalo nickel, each of these coins can be worth several $1,000s apiece. 1943 Lincoln Head Copper Penny. In the 1940s, the U.S. Mint produced pennies made of steel that were coated in zinc. But this coin was special because it was crafted out of copper. Now keep in mind there are a million fakes out there, and a lot of them are fairly convincing facsimiles. But if you get your hands on one of the real ones, it can be worth as much as $10,000. 1955 Double Die Penny. If you think this coin looks a bit blurry, your eyes aren't playing tricks. The double image effect was created due to a slight mishap in the minting process. In 1955, a couple thousand of these were put into circulation. Most of them were given out as change from cigarette vending machines. Today, one of these misprint coins can be worth up to $1,800. 1970 S-Proof Washington Quarter. Keep your eye out for the S mark on the head side of the coin. That indicates it was minted in San Francisco. On the flip side, look for the number 1941 printed upside down. If you're fortunate enough to find a quarter matching this description, you've struck gold. These have previously gone for as much as $35,000 at auction. 1992 Close AM Penny. In 2012, a penny minted in 1992 sold for more than $20,000 at auction. At first glance, this Lincoln penny doesn't look obviously different than any other, but upon closer inspection, you'll find the A and M in America are closer than they should be. Only 15 of these coins are believed to exist. 2004 Wisconsin State Quarter. Wisconsin produced millions of quarters in 2004, but a few thousand somehow ended up with an extra leaf mark on the husk of the corn. That might not seem that interesting to most people, but it's precisely the reason why the coin is worth as much as $1,400. 2005 In God We Rust, Kansas State Quarter. So this misprint was caused by an accumulation of grease in the coin die. The buildup of crud caused the letter T in the nation's official motto, In God We Trust, to come out looking subdued. Humorously, this resulted in the motto coming out all wrong. Thanks to this technical issue, this coin can be worth hundreds of dollars. 2005 Speared Bison Jefferson Nickel. In this rare coin, the depiction of the buffalo looks as if it's been impaled by a long spear straight through its abdomen. If you're lucky enough to own one, it could be worth more than $1,000. 2007 Godless Presidential Dollar Coin. Remember that In God We Rust coin? Well, this George Washington dollar coin isn't just missing a single letter, it's missing the entire U.S. motto. At auction, these coins have been known to fetch hundreds to thousands of dollars. Ben Franklin Half Dollar. In the late 40s, Ben Franklin and Eagle half dollars were in circulation. After JFK was assassinated, however, the coins were replaced in 1964 to feature his likeness. While they may not be quite as rare or valuable as some of the other coins in this video, the Franklin half dollar coins are still worth at least $100 apiece. 1992 No P Mintmark Roosevelt Dime. You'll always find a lettered mint mark somewhere on a coin that indicates where it was made, or at least it's supposed to be the case. Some misprinted coins lack the mint mark and thus can be quite valuable. This Roosevelt dime, for example, is missing the Philadelphia mint mark that always is indicated with the letter P on other coins. After realizing they had mistakenly forgotten to print the P on these coins, the Philly Mint quickly corrected their mistake, but by that time several hundred dimes had already been produced. If you find one, it can be worth up to $300. 1804 Draped Bust Silver Dollar, Class I. We likely don't need to tell you this, but if you own any coins from the 19th century, you should probably go ahead and have them appraised by an expert. One of these 1804 silver dollar coins was recently sold at auction for a mind-boggling $3.7 million. Another one sold for $4.14 million. There are apparently only 15 of these extremely rare coins in existence, so don't expect to magically find one in your piggy bank or at the local flea market. But on the off chance you do stumble across one, hold on to it for dear life and make sure you have it authenticated by a reliable appraiser. 1907 Saint-Gaudens Double Eagle. Did you know that for a time you could actually get $20 coins? At the same time, there was a U.S. Mint chief engraver named Charles Barber who decided it better to remove the motto "In God We Trust" instead of Saint-Gaudens' complicated design. This controversial decision meant these coins became quite rare and valuable. Granted, very few are known to exist, but the last one that sold at auction fetched a whopping $7 million. Wheat pennies. So you're probably not going to pay off all your credit card debt and student loans by owning a wheat penny, but if you sell one, you might be able to afford a new TV or something. Wheat pennies from before the 30s are worth upwards of $300. A 1901 S-marked wheat penny, for example, is worth $430. A 1914 D-marked wheat penny, on the other hand, is worth more than $4,000. 1794 Flowing Hair Silver Dollar. This coin sits atop the rankings of the most expensive coins ever made. Some experts believe it was actually the first silver dollar struck by the U.S. Mint. The front features a side profile of Lady Liberty with her hair flowing behind her. The reverse displays an American eagle. Less than 1,800 of these coins were ever made, and it's estimated perhaps only 120 to 130 are still in existence. In 2013, one of these coins sold at auction for $10 million. 1787 Brasher Doubloon. These coins were made by Ephraim Brasher, a New York City goldsmith and silversmith in the late 18th century. The coin's front shows a state seal in front of a rising sun. The reverse displays an American eagle with a shield. The coin is already rare, but certain incarnations of it have been sold at various prices depending on specific characteristics. In 2011, one of these doubloons sold for $7.4 million. A few years later, in 2018, another Brasher doubloon with the signature EB on the bird's wing sold at auction for $5 million. 1787 Fugio Cent. The Fugio Cent hasn't set the kind of records the two previous coins have, but it's still valuable, and beyond that it has a fascinating history. The Fugio Cent, also known as the Franklin cent, may have been the first coin circulated in the newly founded United States. It features a sun and sundial alongside the Latin word fugio, which suggests the sun and time are flying. At the bottom, the coin reads, "Mind your business," an inscription that was literally meant to remind the bearer to pay attention to their business affairs. On the reverse of the coin, you can find the motto, "We are one," with 13 links in a chain, symbolizing the first 13 states. In decent condition, they can go for a few $1,000s. Now it's time to hear from you. What's the most valuable coin in your collection? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Facts Verse if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.